talk all year about the run defense. How would you evaluate how you guys have been able to handle that this year up front?
It's a work in progress, as you can see. We just got to keep working on our fundamentals and get better at shedding blocks and making plays. I think we do better. I think we're doing a good job of playing the blocks. We just got to get off of them and make plays and then tackle better.
Is it when you say getting off the blocks? Is that physicality? Is it mentality? What goes into
all the above? I mean, it's a physical game. It's a fast game. You got to be athletic to play this game, which we are. We just got to hone our talent, and keep working on it in practice like we're doing, and it all come together.
Mozzie had an impressive game against New York and kind of some struggles around that. How do you kind of try to get that consistency going for a guy like that?
Again, we just got to keep working on the practice field. He's a young player. He's getting to play a lot more than he did last year. And he's doing some good things. But he's got to keep evolving every day we step on the grass.
You have some veterans you added late, and Joseph as well. How have they been able to get going a little bit, or try to get going for you?
They're doing good. I mean, again, they're learning a new system, and each week it gets better and better. And that's why we keep coming out for practice. That's why we still play this game. Every day we try to get better and improve on our skills, and hopefully on Sunday it evolves.
You guys were obviously a few men down, Micah, DeMarcus on the defensive front, but kind of going back to the Pittsburgh game, you had guys like Chauncey and Tyrus and even Carl Lawson as a veteran step up. For the two younger guys, Tyrus and Chauncey, how can those types of reps in that game that show flashes, how can that pay forward over the course of a long season?
I mean, there's so much value to that, because young cats haven't played, and the more game reps you get, the live reps you get, the better player you become, and you see things, and the game slows down after a while, instead of just going in there every once in a while, splash plays. This game's really fast, but the more they get comfortable out there and feeling blocks, seeing blocks, and getting the feel of how the game flows, they're going to be better and better, and every week they should progress and be better.
And what was your read on KJ Henry in his first game active with you guys?
He's learning the defense. I had KJ in Washington last year. I know a lot about KJ and what he can and can't do. Again, it was his first, showing of what in the new system here. He just came from Cincinnati, so the dude's had 3 systems in 2 months. So I'm sure there's some crossover, but he's learning, and hopefully he takes a bigger step this coming week against San Francisco.
You guys talk about next man up, but when your next man up at defensive end is your fifth string guy being your first, does it change how you're able to approach the game in that sense?
I mean, it's a work in progress. It happens every year to every team. It's not just us. I mean, every team across the league has injury issues. Throughout the course of a year, you just continually get guys ready in case the situation comes up. We got guys, backups, and we got practice squad guys, and everybody gets reps, and everybody learns the defense, and everyone learns the techniques. And so when there's a situation comes up like this, they're able to go in and play. So again, we just keep working at it.
When you're getting ready for San Francisco, you faced New Orleans of week 2. Is there carryover in that, or are there things that Shanahan does differently than what Kubiak did?
Of course, Kyle's going to do something different, because that's Kyle. He's a really good offensive-minded coach. I'm sure he's going to have some different things that Kubes didn't do. We just got to be prepared for it. It's similar in some of it, but again, Kyle's going to be Kyle, and he's got more weapons, than New Orleans did. So it's going to be a big challenge for us again.
How's Mozzie look? I know he changed schemes, but I think the scheme he's doing now is what he had at Michigan. So how's he been able to play so far this year for you?
He's been good. He's more comfortable just playing one position instead of 2, and he's doing some really good things. What time you got? Because I get that work.
We got 1 more minute.
Okay.
You talked about KJ Henry adjusting, but what about him made you excited to maybe reunite with him?
He's a good football player. I mean, he did some good things last year in Washington for me, and I hope he does some really good things here, which eventually he will once he learns the system, He's a smart, good football player.
In terms of shedding blocks, is that something where you guys watch film and you talk about and you're like, hey, if we just if we just do this, then other things will follow. And
Well, I hope we
simple-
talk about it when we watch film instead of just sit there watching film.
Yeah.
That's usually what we do when we watch film.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about when you look at that, is that like an easy fix? Like you're like, hey, this is something. If we get this going, then maybe we can kind of.
Yeah, you talk about it in the film room, and then we do it on the practice field with the sleds and going against other men. So that's what we do.